Did Australian scientists really name a new species after Deadpool? Hi, I'm Bri the Fly Guy, and in this video I'm going to talk to you about some pretty marvellous flies named in the last year. Stay tuned to the end, because I'll also talk about a species name that might make you cry. Yes, it's true. Scientists at Australia's National Science Agency, the CSIRO, named a new species of fly after the assassin Deadpool. You might think this is pretty weird, but once you look at the fly, you notice that it also has a red and black mask. Not only that, but this species of fly is also a deadly assassin. Its weapon of choice? Venom. It flies around and hunts other little flies and insects, and then it catches them and injects a deadly cocktail of venom into their bodies. It then slurps up the insides of these prey items. This species was named by Isabella Robinson, an upcoming entomologist, who is actually doing an undergrad and working with CSIRO. This was the first species she had ever named, so she wanted to do something fun. We all fell in love with the X-Men, cried at the end of Avengers Endgame, and now we're about to fall in love with a new set of heroes. Scientists also name species after other characters in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Brontiflavus, that means yellow thunder, which was named after the one and only Thor. Illusiolautus is a species that is Latin for elegant deception, named after Loki. It's pretty mischievous. And we also have Feminitagus, the species which is Latin for woman wearing black, referring to the deadly Black Widow. Assassin flies, also known as robber flies, are the Earth's mightiest predators, and there's over 7,500 species known in the world. This might seem a little bit silly, but naming a species is really serious science. Imagine going into a library and there were no labels on the books. It'd be pretty hectic and we wouldn't know which book we're after. Obviously, it's much easier to find a book with a name or an author on it, so we can go into a library and be like, bam! It's the same thing with species. By putting a name on a species, it gives scientists a universal language to study them. Without species names, we couldn't tell one apart from the other. We wouldn't be able to diagnose pest species, species that need our protection, and also species that might have the next wonder drug. Naming a species is the first step to protecting them, as scientists estimate that we've only described and named a quarter of life on Earth. That means there's so many species out there waiting to be discovered to science. Apart from these pretty heroic species of flies, CSIRO scientists have named 164 species of insects, plants, fish, and even 2 subspecies of birds in Australia. They even named a mite that's actually found on a lizard. Out of all these new species, my favourite and most tear-jerking is this one. Scientists thought that this species had a big bushy white mustache, so they named it after the late Stan Lee. Daptylestes lei is the final cameo from the comic book creator. And thanks Stan for creating all these characters that we love to watch. If you love insects and entomology and want to start your own heroic insect collection, you could start a digital collection by going outdoors and photographing what species you might find. And then have some fun by trying to go online and identifying them. If you like this video, click subscribe or ask me a question on social media. And remember, you never know what species you might discover in your own backyard. Oops, time flies. I'll catch you in the next one.